think you guys are doing phenomenal. We have some major business builders, up and comers, some newbie coaches that, just want to help people kind of pass it on. So that's pretty amazing. I couldn't be more proud. I know we started small and we're still building from here, but that doesn't matter. Like, who effing cares? Who cares? It all starts with the dream of one person and then the dream of another person, and we're just going to keep on spreading the wealth and health. That rhymes. So you've probably noticed by now I am in my car, so I'm not going to be paying too much attention looking at the camera. I had to run an errand and I knew I'd have at least like 10 minutes in the car. So I wanted to just quick hop on here and tell you how excited I am. Some of you know this, but I've been in the business a little over 2 years, and I had great success right away. Like super high Success Club numbers. Like one of my first, I think within the first 4 months I had my highest Success Club numbers ever, and it was like Success Club 16, which is like really great. I think Success Club 5 is wonderful if that's where you feel comfortable and you just kind of want to get your shakes paid for and you just want to, whoops. Sorry. Hang on. Okay, let me rehook you up. Okay, let's see if you're steady. It's like not sticking that great. Okay, let's try this again. So, Success Club 5. I'm putting my hand here in case to catch it. Success Club 5 is great if you're just looking to get your shakes paid for. Obviously, you get the discount no matter what. But the shakes are just so amazing. Like, why would you not want that for you, your family, or your kids? Besides the point. Success Club 10, I honestly believe that I just started doing this about 4 months ago. I was hitting Success Club 5, and I was getting a little bit frustrated with my business not growing at the rate that I had originally wanted it to. And I thought to myself, like, what could I do more of? So I was researching some YouTube videos, and I came across one that was like, just adding more people to your team, because if it's just me and my lonesome, plus maybe a few others, we can be helping. If we're just trying to get our shakes paid for or earn a little bit of money on the side, that's totally fine. Or even if we're just in it, some people, I forget what the GEM personality test is, but there's a personality out there, and I think it's a Pearl. And that reminds me of like one of my sisters-in-laws. She just loves to help people out of the goodness of her heart. And a simple thank you, I feel like that would make her world. It's not about recognition or rank or whatever. A simple thank you, and that would make her world most of all. So there's that. But like I said, I've been in the business a little over 2 years, and I have never been the type of person to jump into something and just have it go my way. Even if I was, using a God-given talent, let's say with my art and design or dancing, golf, and like in high school I played the clarinet, and I don't know why, but for some reason, like I was really good. I did practice a lot, but with all of it, whether I started at the bottom or I just had a passion for something, or even if I did have, a little bit more talent, it didn't matter. I always had to put in the hard work. I always had to remain disciplined. That was super important for me, especially with dance. With dance, I was not as talented as a lot of the people around me. I was in this age bracket to where either I was going to be the oldest in the group or I was going to be the youngest in the group. And once I made the competition team, I was the youngest in the group, and even before that, early in grade school. So I felt like I always had to practice harder, practice longer, and just work. I always had to work so hard for anything that I ever wanted, and it was frustrating. And with school, all of my best friends were like super smart, just book smart, you know, and I wasn't, and that made me frustrated. I had to work my ass off just to get A's and B's in high school, and I did, you know, in 8th grade and junior high, I was able to start learning Spanish a year earlier and get some high school credits for it. I don't know why, there was just some tests and I actually passed it, which was super rare because I was a horrible test taker. Either I'd like do well and get like an A or a B, or I just bomb it completely, regardless of how many hours I studied for it. I had really bad test anxiety. So that's part of my story there. My point of this is to say that even if something did come naturally to me, or even if it didn't, and I was just so passionate about it, I had to work. And there were times that I would get frustrated with myself and kind of go into that like poor me attitude, which is not the way to go. Like why is it so easy for my friends to, you know, get straight A's? Like, why am I in this advanced placement high school course, but I'm lagging behind? Like, I'm not as smart as the others. Everything doesn't come as easy for me. I have to study twice as long, and there's still no guarantee that I'll get a B on the test. Like, just no matter what. So I think what I learned over time is that there's a quote, and I feel like God just had it in his plan to show me all of these different things, that you don't have to just stick with one thing for your future. I didn't just need to be an artist first and foremost, full-time, start to finish of my career. I didn't need to be a dancer for my whole life. I mean, my body gave out, you know, at the end of college. I wasn't able to compete after that. It was done. Not that I was going to go on to be some prima ballerina, because I wasn't, but I did have dreams to continue performing, whether that be on cruise lines or whether that be on Broadway, like the super cheesy stuff, like, you know. But nothing worth having comes easy. It just doesn't. And so that hard work that I put in then did pay off. Not always right away. And it didn't pay off monetarily always. It didn't pay off for as long as I thought. But it's also funny because we make plans up here. We have this like visual of what our life is going to be like. And I feel like we make those plans and we view that, and then God just laughs. God just laughs at us, and he's like, you know what? That's fine. That's dandy. You have that plan. Just if that makes you feel better that you have a plan, feel better about it. But I am in control, and you need to trust in me. So I feel like that's been one of the major things that I've learned, especially with this infertility battle. You know, just because Kevin and I were married and soon after decided we wanted to start a family and spread the love and have that, God was just like, you know, I'm going to put you through this test, and I'm going to show you what miscarriage is like, and I'm I'm gonna show you what infertility is like, and you two are going to battle. It's going to strengthen your marriage. It didn't at first. It's going to strengthen you. It's going to strengthen your husband, and you're gonna learn a lot. You're gonna learn a lot. So I did, and I feel like I've learned so much to the point to where it's for a reason. It's to help others. I feel like Beachbody is definitely a platform that I can use based on some of the stuff that I used to struggle with. Showing people that you can grow a business. You don't have to be the first one out of the gate. You don't need to make the most money right away. You just need to work hard, build a strong foundation, and most importantly, start believing in yourself. And that comes with a lot of like personal development. A lot. I mean, I've always been into it. I've always done it. And I think that's because I know that you can overcome so many more obstacles if you have the tools. You can get through any negative experience if you have the tools. You don't always need the support. You have yourself, and that's what's most important. You have to trust in yourself that you have enough to get through whatever you're going through, and in time you'll find that there was probably a reason that God put you through it. And that's because God is good. God is good. All right, sorry, I'm switching lanes here. 184. Okay. My whole point of this video was actually to tell you that last week I used to get super excited about Thursdays. It's Beachbody pay days. That's rank advancement. But I almost forgot. Like, I just woke up and I was like, all right, who am I going to help today? That's kind of how I look at it. Like, that's a good reason for me to get out of bed. Like, who am I going to help today? Whether I'm going to help someone start a business or help someone look in the mirror and feel good about themselves, or join one of my challenges and lose weight before their 10-year reunion, or go back to their doctor's office and get their blood pressure taken, and for the doctor to go, oh my God, what have you been doing? Like, your numbers are so much better. You're so much healthier than before. So that's how I look at it. But last Thursday, I kind of looked at it and I was like, and it's Sunday. And I looked at it like, all right, who am I going to help today? And I log into my coach online office, and I went to a couple of things, made sure some stuff looked good, blah, blah, blah. You know, daily work routine. And then I logged into my earnings and commissions. And like I said, I've been in this business for a little over 2 years, and I'm no Brooke Orchard. I'm me, and I'm not making the amount of money that she's making, and I don't have the team at a scale that she does, but I do have my team. I do have me. I do have my knowledge, and I do have something a little different. And call me a diamond in the rough, whatever. I have life experiences. I have the grit. I have the hustle, and I have the heart. And I feel like the type of people that I attract is, they're fighters. Like, we're fighters. We have probably been through some sort of hell and back, whether that be loss of family members, loss of children, miscarriages, dealing with cancer in the family, I'm dealing with, I don't even know. I mean, so much, like anxiety, depression, all that good stuff, eating disorders, infertility, just freaking nuts. And self-doubt, lots of self-doubt, overcoming self-doubt, self-sabotage. And we're the fighters. Somehow we got through it. Even though the cards weren't in our favor, we got through it, and we now have the strength to get through other tough things if need be, and to help others get through it. Maybe there was something that helped us, find a way out or whatever. Now I'm going on a tangent, but when I looked at my earnings, and it's getting really effing hot in here. My earnings and everything, I about shit my pants. I was kind of like, huh? Like, what? Like, what is going on? Because I kind of couldn't believe it. And I did one of those, like, I'm going to put my face really close to the computer screen because I'm not sure if I really believe that. I have not always been the most consistent person. I remember back when I was about a year in and feeling pretty good, I was at about $200 a week. And you know what? That was a lot. That was a lot to me because when I first started, Kevin was unemployed. I had to kind of pinch pennies and think, you know what? I'm not going to pay the electric bill this month. I'm going to invest in this challenge pack and do this group and get myself back to normal. And it was more like a mental transformation that I had. I lost a couple of pounds, lost some inches, but I really like toned up is what happened for me. And I found that confidence again, and I felt stronger, leaner, posture was better, and I just like had this sense of community and this team environment. This team environment was so important for me. Like I said, I was always involved in sports, golfing, basketball, dance, like everything, and it just, that teamwork is something here. And I feel like if you're competitive or you are really sensitive to positive vibes, like that excitement, that energy, that camaraderie, like you value that. So I really valued that a ton, and I loved that in the groups and how positive people were. And I really needed that because Kevin was unemployed and we were having marriage troubles because we didn't know how to be married, and he didn't have a job. And then he was depressed. Then I was depressed. Then we were fighting, we were arguing, because what do you do when you don't have money? You fight and you argue about money. You just don't have enough to go everywhere, so everybody gets frustrated, and it's just this whole shitty situation. So we were in that place, and it had gotten so bad that Kevin had to go home to Harvey, North Dakota. We live in Denver, Colorado, and he had to go home to Harvey, North Dakota, and said, I need to go home for a couple months. And like, that just broke my heart. Not that he needed to be with his family, but because we were going to be apart. And I had a studio in Denver. We had our dog. We had our place. And I didn't want to leave. But he wanted to go home to kind of reset his mind, have that family atmosphere, and to, God, it's so hot in here. I'm parked, by the way. And his dad had some like siding projects and stuff, like work around the house, and through word of mouth in a smaller town, a lot of times you can get some painting jobs, odd jobs, and get paid something, and something is better than nothing. So that's what we did. God, I'm really hot. Okay, so By the way, I'm retaining a ton of water right now from all these hormone injections. Progesterone can go F itself. I hate it. But that's that. Okay. So, back to the original thing. Like, I had averaged anywhere from $50 a week to $150 a week to $300 to $400 a week, you know, but my monthly total is just like so inconsistent, which it will be, especially with different months, depending on when you have your challenge groups, when people are finally deciding to sign up, it will all vary. But I was really looking for a sense of stability, and I've been trying to figure out how to make more money in the business. Not to be super selfish, but because this is something I love to do, I also want my career to be something that I love to do. And I want to just do about 25% of graphic, web design, or fine art, just because it takes so much out of me creatively. I love doing it, but I just eat, sleep, and breathe it when I do it, and that can be super overwhelming, and that isn't always like a healthy way to be. So although I love it, I get really burnt out, and I don't want to do that. So this is where the health and fitness coaching comes into play, because it is something, again, I live, breathe, and eat it. I love it. I think about it all the time. How can I be a better coach? How can I get my challengers better results? How can I help my coaches build a strong business? How can I help more people end the trend of obesity? And how can I earn the freedom to take my family on vacations whenever we want to be there for doctor's appointments for my husband or my future kids, or to go to their baseball games or dance practice. Like, I just want that freedom. And for now, that means putting my head down and working and holding myself accountable in my actions and figuring out how to make it work for me and my family. And I think I figured a few things out. Now, none of it is mind-boggling, and a lot of it will probably be repetitive, but now I'm going to go into the business, like, monetary part, and just finish this up in the next 2 to 3 minutes, because I already have to pee. One more drink of water, speaking of that. I shared with a few of my coaches that I got my biggest paycheck yet. Starting out, I was, like I said, I think my first check was like $75 when I first started for that week. And to think, just that week, that was the electric bill that I had put off and postponed, because I knew I had a month, give or take, before they do anything about it in order to get my challenge back. So yeah, I invested in myself. So I earned that back in a week. And then at the end of that month, I had already talked to my friends about some of the results I was getting, and they loved it, and they wanted in, and they were like, oh my God, that we've seen your transformation from 3 weeks ago to now. And that was actually super fast. And you weren't out drinking with us and stuff, but you look amazing. And so, and I was like, you know, I feel like I look good, but it's more about how I feel. And that's how it was. And at that time, just signing up a few people for the next group and telling Brooke a week in, I knew I wanted to coach. I was like, hey, how do I do this? I really want to coach. What will it take? A week into me being in her challenge group. And she's like, she kind of did this funny thing. Granted, she didn't know me. She's like, whoa, slow your roll. Like, let me ask you questions first. I'm like, okay, cool. And she was asking me about, like, what was motivating me to want to be a coach? What am I all about? I don't know, just a ton of questions. And I was kind of like, annoyed because I'm like, this is something I want to do. I know that I want to do it. I can feel it in my heart. And when I feel that in my heart and I feel that in my soul, I don't feel like, I can't always express myself with words, as most of you know. So me just being like, I want to coach, it's kind of like, just sign me up. Like, tell me what to do and I want to start. And so she had me slow down, and it wasn't for a couple of days before she told me how to sign up. And I told her, yeah, I want to help people. Yeah, I want to show people how this like really helped me out of a dark place, and maybe it will help others out of a dark place. But since I didn't know her very well, I didn't trust her very well, and I didn't get to like deep down, and I didn't tell her, I wasn't like, dude, I can feel this in my soul. I can feel this in my heart. I know that this is where God wants me to be. I'm not a super like, my faith isn't always as strong as I think it should be. But it was one of those moments where like, I just knew that there was something in me. I was like, I have to do this. I have to do this. And so even then, even after just signing up, and 1 week later, like having my friends ask me about it, and then another week later I finished it, and then they're like, okay, how do I sign up? Earning that like $75 was just like, holy shit, like $75. What if I could do this, one more time this month? Then that'd be $150 this month. What if I did it an average $75 4 weeks? Then $150 and $150, $300. What would an extra $300 do for your family? Maybe that's why you signed up. I don't know. But $300 is a lot of money. Well, when I looked at my account last Thursday, and I fluctuate quite a bit, but I've been doing a lot of consistent work and tracking what I've been doing to see if it would work, and it did. And it was over $900 for the week. Over $900 for the week. Now, this is a little over 2 years. You can get there a hell of a lot faster. I just went kind of like this. Slowly but surely. Like, I have been swimming a long freaking swim. I have been climbing this mountain slowly but surely. And I've tried some stuff that failed. I have tried so many different trainings. I have done so many different things, and I've fallen off the grid as far as like recruiting has gone. I have fallen off the grid as far as like having new people come in and helping them and getting them results. I've screwed up so many times, like I have. So how did I get that $900? Well, I haven't looked into every single detail yet, but I can break it down. I can break it down like this. Things that I have learned. When you sign up a person with a challenge pack, no matter what, we as coaches get 25%. Now, I look at the discount membership, the coaching discount membership, as more of like a Costco membership. Like, you pay a yearly fee. If you break that down monthly, it's not bad at all. And you get massive discounts on a lot of good stuff. So it's kind of like, oh God, it sucks to pay, but you know what? If it's something you're gonna get a lot out of, it just makes sense. You just save money. It's cheaper. So after explaining that to a lot of people, the discount coach opportunity, I feel like coach is so intimidating. I always put coach / discount membership, so that that's how it makes sense in my head, because they can decide they want to coach and still get the discount, or they can just decide to be an active member in the Beachbody world and order whatever they want to order for 25% off and save that and be in all my challenge groups. And if they recommend a friend or two, then they recommend a friend or two. Like, that's it. So to be less intimidating, that's how I look at it, like coach / discount membership. And I've been talking about how it's kind of like a Costco membership or a Sam's Club, a small fee, but even with that small fee, you're still saving money. So when I explain that to people, for the most part, they're like, yeah, option one, and I have the scripts for that, option one makes so much more sense. I'll start with that. And I'm like, yeah, it does make more sense. It'll save you money. And if you do ever decide you want to quit, like, there's no penalties. You can pause your auto ship on anything. You can cancel it. You can cancel your coach membership, and you don't even have to make a phone call. Like, I hate the phone. You can literally fill out a form, and it takes like 2 seconds, and I can send you the thing. It takes 2 seconds for me to send it to you, and it takes you 2 minutes to fill it out in order to cancel. Like, it's a no-brainer. Like, why would you not want to do that? Just sign up for it. If you decide while you're in the challenge group it's not for you, then quit. But I barely have anyone ever decide to do that. There's a few people that just out of the fear of being involved in like something that they're unsure of, they just say, no, that's okay. Like, I'll just dip my toes in. I'll order this challenge pack. That's it. And I'll see how it goes from there. That's fine too. But for the people who do sign up, so option one, for the people who do sign up and decide they want to start with a discount, I learned that there's something called fast track bonus, and you earn $50 per person who just so happens to sign up as a coach and order a challenge pack from you the very first time. Hello. Okay, so 2 people sign up and then you get $100. Like, no brainer. 3 people, you get $150. No brainer. And why is that a no brainer? Because you only get 25% with when they sign up with option 2. So it's usually around like $38-$40 depending on the price. It's usually a sale challenge pack for about $160, which is still great. I think 25% is still awesome. But that's almost 10, 20, 30, 35, 40. It's almost like $40 all said and done difference. $30, $40 difference in just like them deciding that they want a discount. Why wouldn't they even want that? Yeah, it benefits them, but it also benefits me, and I like a good sale. We all know this. So that is one way that I started making extra money. Another way is the one thing that you earn 40% commission on is, it used to be this thing called BOD, Beachbody On Demand. And it was where people would sign up for a free membership. It used to be 30 days. And then anything after that, they get charged a quarterly fee of $39.99 quarterly. It doesn't sound like a lot, but you actually earn 40% off that. So whether you're running free groups and you're signing people up and saying like, hey, like, there's some people out there that can't throw out money, but they really want to like start something. A lot of times I will send them the link to sign up for the free Beachbody On Demand trial. And it used to be 30 days. Now it's only 14, but they get access to every single program. So then they can at least like try something and just see if it's for them, see if they even like it for free without putting any money down. Now those people, at that point, I always tell them, I say, you're going to end up having to pay if you don't cancel it. But if you want to cancel it, let me know. It's super simple, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people are like, you know what? Like, now if you think about it, it was like $39.99 every quarter. So every 3 months from that person continuing to have that library worth major value is you get like $15.99. Yeah, $15.99 from that person. Well, what if every person that has said no, not right now, no, or I want to, but I don't have money, when you've invited them to a challenge group or even the coaching opportunity so that they can see what the programs are all about and like what the company stands for and experience the value themselves. What if every one of those people, you said, hey, I know that you're not able to do this, this, or this right now, but I've been thinking about you, and I thought maybe you would want to try the free 14-day trial membership, or trial, not membership, but Beachbody On Demand trial. It's kind of like the Netflix of fitness. It's just a little intro. You only get it for 2 weeks, but if you want to try it, you can cancel it if you don't like it. Otherwise, they'll charge you like $40 every 3 months if you want to keep it, which breaks down to $2.99 a week. $2.99 a week for a library of fitness is like pretty much a no-brainer. So that's kind of how the old amount. I'm not sure what it is with the All Access Pass now broken down weekly, but something similar. And actually it was Amy Silverman. It was a video, shout out to her, that she had made that was like, okay, like she was talking to one of her coaches, and her coach was like, yeah, I've had like a lot of no's this month, I haven't made Success Club. And Amy was like, well, what'd you do with those no's? And she's like, I don't know, I just said I'd check back next month. She's like, yeah, well, that's great, you can check back next month to see if they want to be in one of your challenge groups, and that maybe they've saved up the money, or whatever. But you could also offer them the free trial. Like, they could still get workouts for free. Don't have them look through YouTube and have some crapshoot workouts and have them try them and not get any results. Like, guide them. We are coaches. We are here to guide people. So invite them to something. If they say no, invite them to something else. If they say no, show them the value somehow. Now, I'm not saying give away everything for free, but let them know they can cancel. But I also think that sometimes people don't understand the true value, because there's so many other like MLM companies out there that are just shitting the bed, and a lot of people that are just super salesy, and like they're just like, I want a quick buck, I want to get rich quick. Like, yeah, it's important to make money for your family, duh. Like, you've got to pay bills, you've got to live, and with money that provides freedom. Freedom to choose if your kids want to go to college or trade school or travel the world. Like, I don't know, I don't want to worry about money. Do you? I don't want to. Like, I'd rather make a lot of money now. And I like making money doing something that I love, and something that I'm passionate about, and something that I don't have to scam people on. Like, I actually believe in these products. I believe in the programs. I believe in the team feel. I believe in building a business like this. And I believe in ending the trend of obesity. It's that simple. That's what I believe. So if you're watching this, that's one way to do it. So every quarter, take those 50 no's that you sent over your link, and you're like, hey, well, maybe 30 of them decided to keep that membership. Every 3 months, if they all signed up on the same day, every 3 months, you're going to get $15.99 roughly from each person. Take $15.99 and multiply that by 30 people that decided to keep it. Could be more, could be less. That's a great way to earn money over time. Then, so what did we cover so far? Commission, 25% off anything. So obviously no one wants to live off of commission, because you have to hustle really hard. I mean, you have to hustle really hard at the beginning no matter what, but I feel like working for just commission alone, you will always feel defeated. You will always be chasing. That chase is there. You'll always kind of be chasing people down, and I don't want that, you don't want that, no one really wants that. Like, commission is good and it's fine and dandy, but that's what I was kind of looking at for my income. That's how I was kind of like trying to gauge it out. Like, oh, if I help 10 people this month and they all buy a challenge pack, then take 10 times, and then 25% of, on average, people would buy the $160 challenge pack, whatever it may be, Shakeology and a workout program together. Then, earning like $40 off that, okay, that'd be like $400 for a month. You're helping a lot of people. $400 is amazing, but if you could make a little bit more, why not? You're not upselling people. You don't have to sell them more shit. You don't, like, Why not? So you make more money if they end up doing the fast track bonus for you. If they sign up as a discount coach / member and they receive the benefits that we do as coaches, and they don't even have to coach if they don't want to, but they still save 25%. Yeah, there's a monthly fee, but overall they still save more by doing that. No brainer. Yeah, do it. So then $50. Well, guess what? If you helped 10 people, received $50 from each of them, there's $500. There's a big difference between $400 and $500, isn't there? That's maybe $25 per week of extra groceries for you and your family. Maybe that extra $100 is for your kids to be involved in some after school activity that costs money. Maybe it'll go towards daycare. Either way. Okay, so that's another way. So commission, fast track bonus, being the $50 per person that signs up for the discount coach membership. Then you have all of your people that say no, or if you offer a free clean eating group, crock pot group, or handstand group. Not me, I'm not a gymnast, but some cool gymnasts on our team have been doing that, and something like that. Then in order for people to be in the group, usually you have them sign up for that. Why? Because then they also get to see the value in what you've been asking them to try. People are scared and they're timid, and they also don't know, they don't know. They don't know that it's awesome. And they're kind of unsure. And they don't know what kind of questions to ask in order to see if it's right for them. And they don't know you that well or trust you that well yet. So show them that they can trust you. Give them something for free and they test it out. So then there's that free trial membership, and then they decide at the end of the 14 days now if they want to keep it or keep getting charged quarterly, or if they even want to upgrade and do the all access on demand. That's what we have going right now. So that's an option. And the last but not least option, a great way that I have been making money, and it didn't really make sense to me. You know how we have this team, and if you go and look at your graphical genealogy, I'm a very visual person and I'm very curious. So the My Business tab in your Coach Online Office, if you have not gone through and clicked on all those little tabs, do it. Because I promise you, you will learn so much by curiosity alone. You want to know how to rank advanced faster? Go into Google. How do I rank advanced faster, Beachbody? Google it. Anything you want to know, a top coach has probably made a video on it, and they'll be more of a top coach because you'll see it pop up higher up in the YouTube rankings. Because again, it's by clicks, it's by likes, it's by viewers, so on and so forth. Okay. Last but not least, this whole team volume thing. I didn't get it. I did not get it for the longest time. I'm still learning more about it. Obviously, I didn't get it because I wasn't making that much money. I was putting in more time and not getting paid for it. But I knew in my heart that it would pay off. As soon as I figured out how to make this opportunity work for me, then that's what I was going to do. And I'm also going to show you how it worked for me. I'll have to go and investigate my Coach Online Office and investigate where each of those payments come through. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this, but if you ever click on, you want to go to My Business tab, Coach Online Office, My Business tab, and then you go into My Commissions, and then whatever, your last week was, whatever your commission was that you received that Thursday, you click on that, and then it kind of gives you a breakdown. It'll say fast track bonus, $50. So that means one person. If you're curious, there's a little underline there. If you click on that, it'll actually show you the name of the person that you got that for. So that's how I kind of learned how this made sense to me. I was like, what's that? Well, don't always go and ask your upline. Dig in yourself. So explore the My Business tab. That's going to have everything in it that you need to know and that you will need to teach your coaches. So tell them to just explore that. Have fun with it. Answers are there. And if you still can't find them, yeah, of course your uplines can help you, but don't just run to them immediately. Oh my God, this video is getting so long. Okay. So I used to look at it like, all right, I want to help so many people, blah, blah, blah. Like, I want to help more people this month. I hope that I can help 20 people. That'd be Success Club 40, blah, blah, blah. Okay, great. If I help 20 people, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. It is. And hopefully they're lifers and want to be in all my challenge groups and want to stay on Shakeology because, I'll get reoccurring Shakeology the longer those people stay on it. And if they're in my challenge groups, they're more than likely to stay on track. So I always allow vets to stay in. But the vets actually have higher expectations than all my incoming newbies. Just because if they want to be in there, they need to be posting every day. They need to stay accountable. I have a rule that if somebody doesn't post for 3 days consecutively or check in, I boot them out. They have 3 days. That's enough to cover the death of a family member. That's to cover the loss of a different job, you being super depressed, not getting out of bed. Like, that is enough to cover all of that. And I'm still allowing you to be in the group because I believe in second chances and I believe in third chances. I do. Because it takes some people a couple times of effing up over and over before they get it right. So, that's how I do it. And it's funny because I actually kick out more vets than newbies because vets get comfortable. And normally after 2 days, I'll message them and I'll be like, hey, like, how are you doing, darling? I noticed that you haven't been posting. Is everything okay? Like, I just want to reiterate the fact that people look up to you because you're a vet with all of this. And, I really need you to set a good example. And maybe saying, like, if this month isn't a good fit for you, maybe we should look at next month, ? Winky face. That way, if they don't get back to me and I boot them out after, and I hate deleting people, but if I delete them out on after day 3, I still gave them a 24-hour notice to, like, hop on board. And if they didn't want to hop on board, they probably weren't that invested. So why have them in the drawings for my prizes at the end? Like, not fair. It's just not fair. So I boot them out. So reoccurring Shakeology, but the team volume, any discount member / coach, or it will always have a PS above it if it's personally sponsored. Now we're getting technical a little bit, but personally sponsored means that they signed up under your link. They signed up to be on your team. They signed up to have you as a mentor in some way, shape, or form. So it will always have PS, as in personally sponsored. If that person is in gray, like a gray little outline of the person, and then I'll have their name and it says PS, that just means they're inactive. Maybe they put their Shakeology on hold. Just make sure that they don't keep it on hold for more than 3 months. Otherwise, they lose their spot. They lose their spot and they have to wait 6 months before they can sign up for that discount again. I've had that happen where I didn't pay attention and let my coaches know that, hey, like, were you wanting your discount membership to expire? Because if it does, you have to wait 6 months. Otherwise, go ahead and place another order for Shakeology, and then you'll be good to go because it will be over 90 personal, like volume, like PV. That's just technical, but whatever. And most people are like, oh my God, yeah, I got a new credit card. Like, I've been meaning to do that. I'm forgetful. Everybody else is forgetful. Just ask them, like, did you want that to be that way or not? And if they didn't, they'll be happy you reminded. And if they did, they might just be like, yeah, sorry, money problems, blah, blah, blah. Either way. So pay attention to that. But those people that are adding to your personal or they have their personal volume. So $1 is basically equivalent to PV. And for any coach to stay active, you need 90 PV. That's about what Shakeology is. It's a little bit more you earn for that. So if every month your discount member coaches on your team, or you're actively, like, your business builders, people that, want to do more than just get their Shakeology paid for, I call them business builders. They want some sort of business out of this. help them build a business. Like, entrepreneurs are cool. Like, I love being an entrepreneur. The freedom is amazing. Okay, so all those people, whatever they are ordering, like whatever they have on auto ship HD, or whatever they decide to order, like t-shirts or a mug for the grandma that week, I don't even know. They'll accumulate little points that week that goes towards your week. So 4 weeks in a year. So that's why it varies, because not everybody's going to order multiple, like once every week. You know, usually it's once a month, but some people order more than once a month. Some people not even once a month. That's why it varies. So that's just one person. Okay. Well, what if another person wants to come in, build a business, and let's say they have 4 friends and family members that signed up under their link. Well, here's me, and here's you, and they signed up under your link. These 4 people. These 4 people are your responsibility, not mine. These 4 people aren't, I don't have a PS under. I will not earn commission on anything. You know? I don't earn commission off of your, whatever you earn commission on. It doesn't work like that. But what's cool about a discount coach and member is that their benefits that they're receiving from the company, from the products, and from our challenge groups, it also benefits us in the way that it all adds points. And we have 2 sides. We have 2 sides, and we're trying to balance it, like, you know, those little scales, like, I don't know, like the Libra sign. Okay, it's like 2 scales trying to balance. They're called our legs. We have a right leg and a left leg. That's getting into it, but you want to keep that balanced. And all these points get a total number, and that total number, it all adds up. So your 4 people, what if they branch off and they decide that they want to help one of their best friends and a family member? Well, not only are you getting points from this person, all your personally sponsored, but if they have 2 people that branch off there, 2 people that branch off here, 2 people that branch off here they're helping, and 2 people that they branch off here. And these are all people that sign up for the discount coach membership to either be a business builder or just get the benefits. All of these people, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then, so that'd be 12 people. You can say on your team. I like to say on my team, not under, because you're here. But 12 people under you or on your team, they're adding points at some point during the month, more than likely, in order to stay active. So if they're adding points, let's just say that it's 90, 90, 90, 90. Well, let's just say it's 100, 100, 200, 300, 400. And then you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 800. So 1,200 points. 1,200 points just from that team. Now me, since I'm higher up, just a little bit, 1,200, I get everything that I've added. Plus I also get to share your points because we're on the same team, which is beautiful. So I get your 1,200 plus whatever you produce. So maybe I'll get 1,300. So that's why signing people up, the hierarchy in that is cool. And that's why you want your spouse to be higher up in the top. Your spouse or your friend or anybody that you can run their business. And that is totally legal, because a lot of times people, their husbands and wives, they do end up going into business together, or the wife, you double your income essentially on the same team. So highly recommend doing that. If you don't know why to sign up a spouse in one of your top 2 spots, definitely look it up in YouTube. It was tough for me at the beginning because I was putting more money in and, you know, paying for 2, like I did a Shakeology HD, and then I did 2 performance supplements for Kevin. I always keep Shakeology, here's a tip, Shakeology under me, because once you've accumulated ordered Shakeology HD for 1 year, you get this cool like gold Shakeology like scoop cup, because you've been a Shakeology 365er, meaning you've had it every day for a year. So I always keep Shakeology under my name. I've always done that. I did that year 1 just luckily, and I was like, oh shit, well, I'll never put mine on hold or cancel it or switch over. I'll always just do that with Kevin's. So Kevin's actually on my left leg. Not that it matters, but he's just on my left side. So, and I have all of you coaches on my left and my right trying to keep it balanced. But your like husband's account or spouse or something, you can do Shakeology, you can, and give that away as like prizes. You can do, I love Energize, I love Hydrate, I love Recover, I love Recharge, I love all the performance supplements except for the like creatine. I don't use that. You can also order boosts, so you can do like, and they're just like scoops of different healthy powders you put in if you need help with certain aspects of your life. Like if you don't normally eat enough greens, there's like a powdered greens, it's a green boost. There's a focused energy boost, and then there's a digestive boost. I do the digestive boost and I add like a half of scoop if, you know, I've been eating super like bad. Sorry, I had a text coming in. If I've been eating super bad, like IBS, constipation, which sucks. So Shakeology helps me a ton, like stay pretty balanced. But even with Shakeology, even with stool softeners, believe it or not, I still need help sometimes. So I like to keep that around for when I need it, and I usually add just like a half a scoop. I don't use that every day. So those are some tips there. And since this video is approaching an hour freaking long, I'm so sorry. A lot of information in one video, and I know some of it may seem complicated, but if there's an area in this video that seems kind of foreign to you, don't freak. Like, it takes a long time to learn all this stuff, and you don't need to learn it. Some of the top coaches keep this business simple. And a lot of it you don't learn until you see it or you go through it. And that's, I think, why this $900 was so big to me, is because I'm like, oh my God, you know what I mean? Like, I finally learned how to make more money. So in focusing my recruiting numbers, I've been trying to build a bigger team, because I realized that, number one, I don't have all the time in the world. I can't help more than the people that I already know how to help right now. Like, I keep every month, I'm like, oh, I want to help more people. I want to help more people. But we have the same 24 hours in every single day. So unless I like get help, like hire an assistant to help me double my numbers, I can't really do that, you know? I mean, you can get lucky, you can put in more time and focus your energy certain places, but like, I want to have this business to build freedom for my family, not to be working, 80 hours a week. That's just not something I'm willing to do. So, by building a bigger team, you're expanding your whole network by so much. And I don't know why I didn't picture this before, but like me and one other person, then we're almost doubling it, right? Like if I find somebody just like me and they want to be a coach on my team, I'm super pumped. Like, we are helping more people, numbers unite. That's phenomenal. Instead of helping 20 people, well, like, let's be realistic, about 10 people a month, instead of helping 10 people a month, that's been my new goal. But I've always been hitting Success Club 10 for the past couple months, because if you can help 3 people, you can help 5 people. It's just plain and simple, and there's other benefits to that. This is another way I've made more money. As long as you are Emerald or higher, one coach on each leg, then you receive the benefits of this, of leads, customer leads. Customer leads, if you hit Success Club 5, you get free leads, anything. And they're the people that like go into just beachbody.com, maybe they saw an infomercial or something, and they're like, oh, I want to order P90X. And they don't even know that if they order something, they automatically get a coach to help them. Like, it's just a bonus. Those are the people that we get. We don't get commission off of their initial order. We don't get any Success Club points if they happen to order a challenge pack, and we don't get any personal volume or anything like that from them. But if you hit Success Club 10 or higher, the game changes. And I don't know why I didn't pick up on this sooner. Like, we as humans, like, people say Success Club 5 is good and that's the minimum, you always want to hit that. Then we work the minimum and get that, and we're like satisfied. We're just like, I'll take it easy now. I'll just ride this month out. No. That is not your minimum. Why? Because there's better. Because you can do better. We can help more people, and there's a way to do it. Find 2 more people that want something in their life to change. They want something in their life to change for the better. That's not hard. How many millions of freaking people out there? You know, start asking your friends, like, hey, do you know anybody? Instant referrals, and they might. Like, okay, so referrals has helped me expand to the Success Club 10, just being conscious of that. And then the Success Club 10, you get paid leads. And what that means is maybe that person that hopped on to Beachbody because they saw an infomercial at 3 a.m. and couldn't sleep, and they were just binge eating Doritos. That would never be me. Just kidding. That would totally be me. I love Doritos, and I have a chip problem. I love potato chips, like my carbs. Okay. So, let's reel this in. So those people that went onto that website and decided they need a change, and maybe they saw the website, or maybe they saw the program PYO, Pilates and Yoga Combined, and it's a girl. She is 36 years old. She's had 2 babies. She's a stay-at-home mom. Husband works a ton to provide for the family. She provides for the family by taking care of the kids, making sure that they're raised well, and have a happy and healthy life. And she's putting everyone before her, and she's like, you know what, I need to do something for myself. I've let myself go. I don't feel sexy around my husband. I don't feel good about myself when I look in the mirror with clothes on, and I hide from the mirror without clothes. That person decided to order the PYO Challenge Pack. She saw Shalene's infomercial, and she decided that it was time. It was time to try something, because what did she have to lose? Nothing. So that's what she did. That lady, let's say her name is Betty Crocker Jr. She decided to order this challenge pack. You've hit Success Club 10. So the following month, you're Emerald or higher. So Beachbody says, you know what? Here's this lady the next month, Betty Crocker Jr. She needs her life changed, and she needs a coach to do it. We're going to assign her to you, Miss Danielle Marie Lynch Felkley, because you hit Success Club 10 or higher, and you have proven that you put the effort in, that you really want to help people. So you earn commission off of her challenge pack, and you also earn the Success Club points because it's a new customer, and she ordered something on Home Direct. Therefore, you earn the Success Club points. Boom. Okay? So, right away, let's say this lady, Betty Crocker Jr., had decided to sign up for the coach membership discount right out of the gate. Highly unlikely, but in the case that it does happen, then you would earn the fast track bonus. Instead of earning 25% commission on her order, then you would earn the $50. Yeah. So those are some ways that I have been making more money in trying to understand how this all works. I just spilled water all over my face, my body. Oh my God. Okay. I know I didn't explain the volume very well, but that's where the majority of the money came from. Trying to get a little bit more strategic and learning how to be strategic. in building this business and a strong foundation, and slowly but surely going up, you know. And my goal, I also, the team volume thing was basically like, okay, so there's me and there's you, and we all, I know I'm going on a like off subject from that, but I kind of forgot to tell you something. Let's say it's me and it's you, and we're each helping 10 people. That's 20 people a month. It's freaking awesome, okay? That's 20 more people than if we weren't in this business that were changing lives. But if we really want to help more people, then we find more people that want to help people like us. So that's what I did. I started putting that energy out there. I started believing in myself, thinking, you know what, it may just be me. Maybe I'm the only one in my circle of friends that wants to help people. Maybe not. I'm going to keep asking and inviting people that I think would be amazing role models. That's what I look for. Role models have been through some tough shit and come out on the other end and know how to get through that. Those are my people, my fighters. You fight for what you want. You don't just walk in and you're not entitled for it. You earn that shit, whatever it is. So, fighters. Then in finding people like me, like you, that want to help people, duplicate. So me and you, 10, 20 people, let's say. Let's add a third person. All 3 BFFs. 10, 20, 30 people that month we helped. Let's add a fourth person. 10, 20, 30, 40 people. Fifth person. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 people. See where I'm going? If we had 5 people that all wanted to help people, and we all helped 10 people, then we would have 50 people helped as a team that freaking month. That is amazing. But guess what? What if me, you, our other best friend, and then 2 other people that all want to help other people? What if us 5 helped those 10 people? What if 5 of those people signed up? And it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And before you know it, we are helping hundreds a freaking month. So what I want you to do is, I wanted to start focusing on not just those small things strategically that I learned about signing people up for the free memberships, you know, reminding them to cancel if they didn't want it. Most people decide they want it. The fast track bonus, really explaining that coach membership / discount member, that it's like a win-win for them. It's a win-win for us. It just makes more sense. And growing a team, that's where it's at. People talk about team cycle bonuses. I'm like, is that like I mean, I learned the numbers, and you can Google that. You can look at team cycle bonuses, spend a couple hours on YouTube, because I'm not going to go over that, but that's a breakdown of how the $14, the $16, the $18, and how you just multiply based on your people and how your team is doing. And that number breakdown is all going to be found on YouTube or within the Beachbody website, because there's trainings on the Beachbody website. I don't know if you knew that, but there is. Like, go ahead and search your Coach Online office. So, team volume. I decided that I needed to make it a goal to try to help more people. And how was I going to do that? The only way to do that, and even create a stable business, is to have more people on my team. Me just alone, I'm not as effective as having 4 other people with me and having a team of 5. Okay? So then it comes down to, there's a lady pulling up next to me, and she's going to think I'm just talking to myself. Hang on. Let me get some lotion on. Okay, so where was I at? This duplication process, not only how to build your own business, right, and provide for your family, to be an entrepreneur, to have that freedom. We all want some stability, right? Okay, so the way to do that is by recruiting. I used to love recruiting with Abercrombie Fitch. I did, but I did it all in person, so this is slightly different for me. And I'm recruiting for a different type of position. So I've been trying to figure that out. But there's multiple ways on social media by doing that. But it's also by being comfortable with who you are, for one. So, again, I don't want to go into too much detail. I'm not going to go there. Okay, never mind. You guys are probably like, oh my God. Like I said, I'm not the best with my words, but I'm trying. And the only way that I'm going to get better is by practicing. So I'm sorry for judging me right now, but I highly doubt you are, because if you're my people, you don't give a fuck. Like, you don't care. You're just like, whatever, she's doing her best, because I am. I'm putting lotion on right now. It smells like strawberries. Where was I at? Oh, the duplication process. Yep. So that's where it's been at, is my goal has been how to, like, not how, but to recruit 5 people onto my team each month. Now, I started with this idea back in May, because by recruiting 5 people a month, if they decide they want to help 10 people a month, then there's an additional 50 people that our team has helped that month change their lives in one way or another, whether they just want to eat better, look better, feel better, build a business, like help a few friends, have that feeling of like, I did something to better the world, you know, contribution, paying it forward, whatever the case may be. So that's been my steady goal. Have I made it every month? No. Am I hard on myself about it? Sometimes. Sometimes I could be better with time management. Okay, all the time. And sometimes I could be better with inviting more often. Sometimes I could be better at recognizing some people that I'm inviting are probably not my people. Maybe they don't use emojis in our messages going back and forth. Maybe they don't share the same excitement. They're kind of blah. So try and narrow it down and find your people. That's all it is. A lot of people are not right now. Write them down. Maybe invite them to your next free group next month. Ask them if you can, you know what, can I follow up with you like in a month or two and see if maybe that's better timing? Would that make more sense? And then be like, how are your kids? Like, how are they doing? Keep building a conversation with those people that you feel are good people, that you can relate to in some way, shape, or form, that you like to be around in some way, shape, or form. Women have great intuition. And that is something that I'm learning to do, is trust and believe in myself. And I started doing that in May. I started trusting and believing in myself that not only was I capable of helping more people than what I had been, I'd been resting on convenience and self-sabotaging for a long time. So once I just like decided that it was time to either make something of this or, you know, whatever. Like, well, okay, I've never had the thought to quit. I always just knew this was going to work, and I had to make it work some way, shape, or form. And that's what I'm doing. So that's it. That's it. Find the belief in here. If you don't believe in there, believe in yourself, in your heart. Start telling yourself affirmations every day. That is something new I started back in May. And by telling myself, like, Google affirmations, I had to find out even what they were. It could be something like, I love myself, or I believe in myself. Like talking present tense about things that you want to happen or that you want to focus on. You know, I will make $500 this week. Stuff like that. So once you start to manifest that and believe that and tell yourself that over and over, you'll really believe it in your heart and your soul. You will get to know yourself better, and you'll start to see things in your life change, and you'll start to be like, oh my God, this really does work. I really am making a difference. And even if that's just one freaking person, you made that difference. 2 people, you made that difference. 3 people, you made that difference. And if those 3 people decide that they want to be a coach on your team and they want to go and make a difference, maybe they want to help more people than you. Maybe they want to build a bigger business than you. They can. Maybe they'll hire 10 people and be like, oh, boom, you're a rock star. Come join my team. Let's help a boatload of people. Like, boatload. Maybe 50 people. If they help 50 people, if I help 100 people, there's 150 people. See what I'm saying? So if we're all helping people, the more people we're helping, the more team volume we are producing. Whether we're selling something, whether customers buying from us, whether a coach decided to sign up their husband for another performance HD thing, like duplication, that's what it is. So that's what I learned. So affirmations to start actually believing that you can frickin' do this, because if I can do this, you can do this. Honestly, I'm the most self-sabotaging person. I've always had a low self-esteem. I don't know why. Then still focusing on yourself with that personal development and those affirmations daily. It takes like 2 minutes. So come on, you can do it. And I say each one to myself 10 times. I like literally count on my fingers, whether it's like, I am beautiful. I am beautiful. I am beautiful. Like things that I need to work on that day. Those things. Stay around positive people. Hang out with the people you want to be more like, you know. If you're hanging out with people that are just like negative Nancy all the time, find a new group of friends. Go solo for a while until you start feeling good about yourself and attracting other people that feel good about themselves and that are more positive. It will change your life, let me tell you. You don't have to kick them out of your life permanently, but don't spend near as much time with them. And then I aim, again, just start writing down your goals. Start writing down your goals consistently. I think I started when I put my goal as recruiting 5 new coaches a month, because coaches have the power to make a difference. I honestly believe that. And once I realized that, and understanding this duplication of like just how to do it, the finances have started to fall into place. So I got like 2 new coaches. So I started working on this, had the goal of 5 new coaches a month in May. I had like 2 new coaches sign on in June. I had like 3 new coaches in July. I had 5 new coaches in August. No, 4 in August, 5 in July. I had 5 in July. So it took me 2 months before I got to my goal. But now I'm averaging about 5 right now. Well, not really averaging because I haven't had 6 or more yet. But like I said, once I get to that steady 5, then I'm going to bump my goal to, I want to recruit 10 new coaches. 10 people that have the power to be a role model for others, to help others because they've been through hell and back, because they want to provide freedom for themselves or their family, or travel the world, or put it all into a charity of their dreams. I don't care. People that actually want to make a difference in some way, shape, or form. So then I'm going to go for 10. And if I can have 10 people each month and just kind of average that out. Not so much focusing on numbers all the time, but like having that, I need some tangible goals. And that's what I found has worked for me, is start with the number 5. 5. Add 5 people a day. Message 5 new people a day. Follow up with 5 people a day. Invite 5 people a day. And you know what? I invite to the coach opportunity and challenge groups about equally. Because there are people that talk about their jobs, people that talk about not having enough money for a challenge group, and then I'm like, oh, God, like, hey, maybe this opportunity is for you, like it was for me. I know I had to pinch every penny in order to do it, and I kind of forewent like a bill just to get my challenge pack, but it made sense. And it might make sense for you. Like, would you have 20 minutes to go ahead and watch this video about what the coach opportunity is? And if they do, then they do. If they don't, they don't. But you planted that seed, you know. So I do it about 50-50. I hope this video made sense, you guys. I am so sorry that I rambled about like 10 different topics, but I really wanted to tell you about how I got that $900, and it's from my rock stars. You guys are helping more people, and you are helping them find results within themselves. You are sharing the opportunity. You're getting other people on board, and maybe they're helping people, but our team is growing, and we are expanding our network and expanding the possibilities to everyone around us. And for that, I am super grateful, because we are a team. We are stronger in numbers. And I don't know why, for the longest time, I just felt like it was like the weight was just on me. I had to figure it out before I could have more people and lead a team. But the thing is I don't want the F I'm doing all the time. But I don't need to, because we're a team and we can figure it out together. And your strengths and my strengths, and we can all mix them and just be a super strong team. So I believe in us, and I am really proud of you guys. And I know it will take a little bit of time. But if you're wondering where to start, affirmations. Then set a few tangible goals. It's okay if they're too high right now. I'd rather have you set them high and miss and be in the middle. If you think you can only onboard 1 or 2 new coaches this month, set the goal for 5. Try and add 5 new coaches a month if you really want to build a business. Then God, there was one other thing. I don't even know what it was. Duplication. If I can do it, then you can do it. Oh, I remembered what it is. And if you can do it, then your friends and family can do it. Oh my God, my phone's dying. I remembered what it was. So now that I've gotten 5 new coaches, I'm adding 2 here, and 1 to Kevin, because I'm trying to get him to Diamond. 2 here, 1 to Kevin. I'm slowly but surely getting him there. And the trick is to onboard more coaches before they fall off. Stay ahead of the game. Get that rhythm down. Hire. Train. They're building. All right, they're good. They can go and help their team do the same. Ride that momentum out. It's consistency in your actions, in your power hours. If you're not doing your power hours, you're not, what are you doing? You're wasting this opportunity. You can even do this in 20 minutes a day. I'm not saying hit those higher numbers, but I'm saying you can keep your business afloat, or you can start to build a business. It will take you longer, but that's okay. Maybe you're not racing to the finish line. Maybe you don't want to leave your full-time job. You don't have to. Maybe you just want this as a side gig thing. Okay? Then put in 20 minutes of work a day. Whatever. That works. But this business will build. It's all about momentum. So it's also about momentum in our recruiting. So get to those 5 people. Recruiting 5 people a month will more than likely keep you ahead of the one person that's I'm sick of my shakes. Because usually after 3 or 4 months, on average, I think you lose one person. So you've got to be recruiting ahead of the game. So you're way above that. So you don't even have to stress about it. So you don't even have to worry about it. And then everybody else is duplicating. It's like a whole bunch of spider webs. And then in time, what you want a team. You're probably not that far away from me. And I kept thinking that Brooke had 1 million people on her team, but she didn't. So where I'm at right now, I'll have to go back and count. I'll get back to you on the numbers of the people that I actually have on my team, my personally sponsored coaches. Then I'll get back to you on the overall coaches. So my personally sponsored coaches who have coaches, and the coaches that Brooke's adding. And then the coaches that I'm adding, you guys also get to benefit from that as well. And you earn volume from them as well. And as this trickle-down effect happens, and as the change is spreading and our network is growing, we are helping change so many more lives, which is crucial, because there are a lot of people out there that have no direction on where to go. They're wasting money on crappy shakes that are like not doing anything. They have tons of crappy chemicals. They just don't know. We don't have to know it all, but we know that what we have is very, very good and very valuable. And if you know that, you're good to go. So my next goal is going to be, after I get this consistent 5 down for maybe like 2 or 3 more months, I'm going to start to aim for 10. I'm going to aim for 10. And I'm going to aim for adding 4 coaches on each of my sites and 2 coaches on Kevin's to start recruiting his and building his business. So always build your business first. Always make sure that you are getting to Success Club first before you're adding people to your spouses. Okay? And then I will also get back to you on the numbers of, basically the number of inactive people too, so that you see how many people. I don't have that many coaches. I think I have like 25 coaches total on mine. And I think I have 5 on Kevin, so that's like 30 coaches. It's not that many. It's actually not. And if you think about it, if I would have figured this out a long time ago, I wasn't that far away. I just recently hit Diamond back in June. It took me a long time to figure out how to get there, and that's 4 people on each side. That's 8. That's 8 coaches. That's almost halfway to my 25. So once I got there, I built pretty fast. And once I started targeting that, like aiming for 5 new people, well, guess what? If you aim for 5 new people, think about it. Let's say you have 1 person right now. If you aim for 5 people this month for September, 5. October, November, December, 5, 10, 15, 20, then you have 21. 21 people. 21 coaches. So by December, you could essentially, I'm not saying every single week you'd make 900, but think about that number. That number would be so beneficial, wouldn't it? So $900, $900, $900, $900, $3,200. And wait. No. 3,600. I think it's $3,600. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. That took me so long. So obviously, this is why I'm not a mathematician, but $3,600 a month would definitely help me and my husband out. Like a ton. That could pay for like a mansion type mortgage for us. Not really, but like, not that we'd want that. But that could pay off more than a mortgage, so we wouldn't have such high interest rates. That's what I'm getting at. So there's all those things to think about, but I do want to challenge you. If you're watching this, you're obviously wanting to expand something in your life, and if you feel like this business expands your heart or expands your mind and you're really ready to kind of step it up and do a little bit more, I'm going to tell you, you're not that far behind. Because I thought when Brooke was like, I have 300 coaches, and I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to get there. That comparison game, like, how do I even just make enough to like feel like I have a steady-ish income? And then that's when I started tracking and using Asana and setting these goals and doing affirmations. And I realized that, you know what? You don't need that many people, because it duplicates so fast once you have a stable base, and once you train your people to do exactly what you're able to do. So that's why I'm trying to help you guys, because I want to tell you that you're not that far away. So start aiming for 5 people, recruit 5 new people. And so each month I'm hoping to help, on average from here on out, 10 people. 10 people starting out for my challenge groups. That would be Success Club 20. And it's not that far out there. If you think it's hard, it's going to be hard. If you think it's easy, it's going to be easier. It may take hard work and intentional posts and intentional conversations, but that's okay. Just focus your energy. Have those quality conversations with quality people, finding your people. And you can do it. You can do it. If I can do this, you can do it. So I'm challenging you to do that, to start paying attention. If you ever want me to look at kind of your downline and what's happening with it and like help you understand some stuff, we can always figure out a way to do that. I will do that. If you want my help in a specific area, never hesitate to reach out to me. I will never be too busy to help you, because I know what that feels like, and that can be hard. It's like not being afraid, but just being like, I'm not as valuable as this coach to my upline, and I'm not as valuable as that coach to my upline. Therefore, I don't want to waste her time. She probably doesn't want to help me that much because I'm not helping her business as much, and blah, blah, blah. Like, never feel that way with me, ever. I will make time. I will help you figure it out, as long as you are showing me that you want this by action, not telling me, showing me. If you are showing me improvement, that's all that I ask for. That you are really using your heart, that you are following that instinct. We have good instincts. So follow your heart, use some hustle, and dear God, we've got this. Now go get them. Start recruiting. Let's blow this shit out of the water. Let's really get our team to expand and help other people, because by December, if we all, just picture it, if we all have 5 new people each month, and then maybe they'll add 1 or 2, by December, but let's just count on us each having five new people. So that'd be 20 people for me, 20 people for you, 20 people for you, 20 people for you, 20, 40, 60, 80, add 1 more. We could have 100 business building coaches. And that's only if we're helping 10 people a month with a challenge group, and 5 are signing up to experience the coach opportunity discount membership. And maybe 1 or 2 want to be business builders out there and want to put in some time, see where it goes, maybe get to Emerald and get their shakes paid for and save for vacation. So I don't think that it's that far out there at all. And I think we could be that underdog team that just comes out of the frickin' waters, and we're like, you know what? We've been through hell and back, and we're going to use that to our advantage, because we're fighters and because we want to help other people fight for what they want. Dream life up ahead. I love you guys. Thank you for giving me the time. I will talk to you later.